Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a spread in my bullet journal, which is a wrap up of all the reading that I've done in the last year. This is the spread that I did last year. As you can see here, I have my total books read, which was 50 books, and then I have this sort of like 3 pie charts stacked on top of each other. So I have my genre, my age group, and my format that I read the books in this stacked pie chart right here. And then at the bottom I have the most read and the least read of the genre, the format, and the age. So as you can see, I read 50 books last year, and my most read genre was urban fantasy. My most read format was graphic novel, of all things. And my most read age group was adult. And last year I also did this spread for rating, and this year I decided not to do this particular spread, and what I did was I actually had these gold stickers, and I did this to represent like the 5-star system that you have on Goodreads. Now all of these stats I got from Goodreads. If you're not on Goodreads, it's really fun. It's where you can track all the books that you're reading and read people's reviews and check out the reviews of books that you might want to pick up, things like that. I also watch a lot of BookTube. It's one of my favorite kind of videos to watch here on YouTube. So that's where I get a lot of my books to read. Then right here I have the length. So I have total pages read, the shortest book and the longest book, and then the average length of the book. So I'm gonna reformat this completely this year. So that's just what I did last year, so you can see. This is where I tracked my books that I've read in 2019. I ended up doing 3 spreads because I ended up not having enough space on the first spread. So this is the first spread that I did. I've tracked the first 32 books on here, and as you can see I have columns and then check marks. And then later on in the year I decided to make it a little bit simpler for myself, and then from book 33 to 61 I read more than I read last year, so that's good. I just kept a list and I color coded it a little bit just to make it easier for myself when I went back to look at the stats. So that was spread number 2, and then the last spread was this one right here, and as you can see I only read 4 more books. I just needed another page to write them all down on. So I have read 65 books in 2019, which is super cool. I'm very proud of myself. More books than last year. So those are how I sort of keep track of my reading throughout the year, and I just really like having a spread for my end of year stats. It's just fun for me. So to prepare for this spread, I actually have some things penciled out already, and I have this very random scrap book where it's just a bunch of random pages. So here's where I did my preparation for this spread, and I just wrote down all of my stats from Goodreads right here. And then I went and I went through those spreads that I just showed you, and I counted how many genres I had, how many age groups. So this is me counting, and this is the totals of everything, and I made sure that everything adds up to 65 in case I didn't, And if you've watched my channel before, you know that I am not a statistician. I'm not a math person, so it was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, so then I planned the spread. So again, I used my compass to draw this, and then I also used this handy dandy little ruler thing, and it has the degrees on here, and I just worked out, because I have 10 genres, so I divided it up into 36-degree chunks, and then I drew the line here. So this is how I'm going to format the genre. And then I'm going to have the most and the least at the bottom here on this page. And then over here I decided to do 2 pie charts, one for age and one for format, because I felt like the stacked pie chart thing was a little bit too much visually. Even though I liked that look originally, it's just not very easy to interpret and look at. So I decided to do it separately this time. And then at the bottom I decided to do a little doodle corner with the shortest book, the longest book, my average book, and then the rating, and then the page numbers. It's going to be like little doodles with numbers in them. And then for this one, since I could not for the life of me remember how to draw a pie chart, I actually just went onto Google Slides and created these pie charts and traced them onto some tracing paper right here. And then I transferred everything into my bullet journal. So I have now penciled in the graphs that I'm going to be creating. And this is on the back of my doodle page. So it's ghosting quite a bit, so you can't really probably see the penciled in sketch. So I'm just going to stop rambling now and complete this spread. I hope you really enjoy. Also, I'm super curious before I start drawing, how do you prepare for these big spreads? Like, do you do a lot of planning like I did? Does it surprise you how much planning these things take? Do you start and then think, this is too much work, and then stop? Let me know in the comments. Is this totally extra for you, that you're like, why did you do all of that prep just for one bullet journal spread? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to chat with you. All right, let's get to finishing this spread. Okay, so this is the finished spread. I hope you really liked watching me draw this all out. So I did a couple of changes off screen. I added a couple of extra lines here and there. I've also added a couple of accents with white gel pen, which I don't think you can even really see. But anyway, I really like how it turned out. I think I love the color scheme. It's very fresh and clean. A recap of my stats. I have my most read genre is romance. My most read age group is adult, meaning not YA, not young adult, not middle grade, but normal adult books. And then my most read format is an ebook. And then my least read genre is dystopian. I think I only read one dystopian. And my least read age group is middle grade. I think, again, I only read like one middle grade. And then my least read format is a physical book. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!